Mike Tyson quit on his stool in his last pro fight after trying to break journeyman opponent's arm. Will Jake Paul bout be sanctioned? Mike Tyson will step back in the boxing ring to face Jake Paul this summer 19 years after his last pro fight. In 2005, Iron Mike bid a sad farewell to the sport as he quit on his stool against the unheralded Kevin McBride in Washington, D.C. As Showtime commentator Steve Albert introduced their pay-per-view offering on June 11, 2005, it was clear Tyson still had his aura that had seen him storm through the heavyweight division in the 1980s and earn the nickname the baddest man on the planet.
Despite the prevailing opinion that Mike Tyson is shot, unfocused and undisciplined, this has elements of a short, painful night for Kevin McBride, said Albert. He was 38 years old, had been knocked out by Britain's Danny Williams in his last fight and spent 11 months out of the ring since, but
the Tyson phenomenon lived on regardless. A crowd of 20,000 packed out the McKee Arena to witness the former undisputed heavyweight world champion in action, fully believing their hero would roll back the clock to produce another scintillating KO. Irish journeyman McBride was the opponent selected for the occasion, his record not telling the full story. The 32-year-old had accumulated his 32 wins by facing a host of lower-tier fighters, and then suffered defeats whenever he stepped up in class. McBride was even beaten by Michael Murray, a man who ended his career losing 17 of his last 18 fights, with the only bout he won being the one against McBride. While the Irishman is said to have earned $150,000 for the contest, Tyson was reportedly paid $5 million, most of which went to his ex-wife and creditors. However, Tyson was not the most iconic sporting figure at the McKee Arena that night. After arriving at the venue, Tyson received a visit in his dressing room from the greatest of all time himself, Muhammad Ali. Ali by this point was suffering noticeably from Parkinson's disease and looked frail, but still lit up the night whenever picked out by TV cameras. His daughter Layla Ali fought on the undercard, hence his attendance, though he took the time to go and see his friend Tyson before the ring walks. By 2005, the intimidating effect of his entrance had lessened significantly. McBride included a hypnotist in his pre-fight preparations and was unfazed. While waiting in the ring, he grabbed the giant Irish flag used to represent him and waved it to the hostile crowd who'd hounded him as he made his own walk. When the contest began, McBride fought like he had a point to prove, whereas Tyson did no such thing. The underdog hurled winging, clubbing shots in the direction of the big favorite, some of which landed with impact. Tyson had some success with body shots early on, but struggled to combat McBride's big guy tactics. Earlier in his career, Iron Mike neutralized his opponent's size and weight advantages with speed, power, and raw ferocity. Against McBride this was non-existent. The Irishman smothered Tyson, leaned on him, held him, roughed him up and used every trick in the book to gain an advantage. This frustrated the American, who came out firing at the start of round 4, but when his offensive had little impact, he began to bring out the dirty tactics seen previously in fights not going his way. Round 6 would be the final round of Mike Tyson's career. Both men came out swinging and again ended up in a clinch. A furious, frustrated Iron Mike grabbed McBride's arm and twisted it, seemingly attempting to break it. The underdog screamed in pain, and Tyson was warned, but somehow went unpunished for the same crime he'd previously committed against Francois Botha. Moments later, he cut McBride with a headbutt and referee Joe Cortez deemed it intentional, deducting him 2 points as a result. This decision boosted McBride, who sensed victory and began to land uppercut after uppercut on a spent Tyson. And for the last 19 years, Tyson has proved just that. In life, after sport, his personality has mellowed significantly. Despite the tragic loss of his 4-year-old daughter, Tyson stabilized and remarried, this time to longtime girlfriend Lakeha Kiki Spicer.
He has dabbled in various different careers, from endorsement deals to film, TV acting cameos, even launching his own hugely profitable cannabis business. In 2020, at the age of 54, he stepped back into a boxing ring for an 8-round exhibition bout with Roy Jones Jr.